Hello, my name's Taggart, and I'm just here to discuss with you a little bit about the problems living with anxiety and depression, uh, more commonly known as general anxiety disorder. It's uh, it's probably not a fun subject for everybody, but some people out there, or millions of people out there, are suffering from it, and I've suffered from it all my life. Well, not all my life, but since I was 19. And generally, that's about when it hits you. Out of everybody that suffers with general anxiety disorder, a lot of people get over it. The vast majority of people will get over it. But there's 2.2% of these people, me included, that don't get over it. It stays with you for life. And, you know, you have to find these facts out for yourself, because nobody's going to tell you. The doctors aren't going to tell you. The psychologists aren't going to tell you. And so, yeah, I'm 55 years old, and to you young folks, I'm probably an old geezer, but hey, I'm hip, man. I'm telling you, look at this. I'm one hip dude. Of course, you probably don't think the Beatles were that cool either, but the Beatles changed my life. Them and various other groups. But back to the subject of general anxiety disorder. You've got to understand that if you got it in your late teens and you've suffered throughout your life with it, and it's come and gone, come and gone, come and gone, come and gone. But as you get older, it doesn't come and go, it just comes. And it doesn't go. So, because I don't know why. I think mentally you're just worn out, and your tolerance and trying to fight this battle, which you cannot fight, it just wears you out. And so as you get older, it just stays. And luckily I found a doctor that was pretty sharp, when it came to looking at my records, which are probably could fill this room here. And most psychiatrists would just say, hey, look at this guy's records, man. There's nothing we can do to help him. He's been battling this thing for years. He's a lost cause, Well, I've been hospitalized 2-3 times. I've had electric shock treatment, which didn't help. So they just say, hey, he's tried everything. He's tried every antidepressant. He's tried every sedative known to man. I've never done narcotics or anything like that, but your Valiums, your Xanax, your Klonopins, and that type of things, and I still do. I have to take them. But there was one drug that this doctor, and he's sharp guy. He's a researcher too. He practices and he researches. And there's another doctor in Texas called, his last name is Jones. And if you want to learn more about your disorder, which is GAD, is what I'm talking about, general anxiety disorder, or ADHD, whichever, I don't know. General anxiety disorder is I think different than ADHD, because general anxiety disorder, your mind's going 190 miles an hour, and you can't slow it down. You can't sit down. You can't read. You can't look at the TV. You can't do anything really. You can't focus. You can't concentrate on a conversation. So what happens? Well, that's miserable. So then depression sets in, And it's like a dog chasing his tail, you know, around and around and around and around. And so now you got general anxiety disorder, and then you got depression coming in. That's a byproduct. And so what do you do? What do you do? You go to doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor. I had one psychiatrist tell me tag, and that's what I go by is tag. But my it's short for Taggart. My great grandmother's maiden name was Taggart. But he said, Tag, look, you know, this is after me asking questions. Why me? Why me? Why me? He says, Tag, this is the hand God dealt you. Play the hand the best you can. You know, and that's probably some great advice. And I'm serious. But he had nothing to help me as far as medication, and it is a chemical imbalance to a certain extent. A lot of it is from your childhood upbringing. It's like post-traumatic stress syndrome, you know. I think most of us had a terrible childhood, and if I told you about mine, you turn the channel off. You wouldn't want to hear it. It was ugly. So anyway, and I'm not talking about child abuse or anything like that. But get on the web and Google Ask Dr. Jones. He'll go into what he treats his patients, and that's what I'm doing. And that's what this doctor did for me. He said, Tag, what do you want out of life? Do you want quality or quantity? And I said, Doc, I'll take one day of quality over 40 years of quantity anytime. And he pulled out the prescription pad and wrote me a prescription for this drug over the DEA allowed limits. And you've got to take the right dosage, and that's why I say get on this website, Ask Dr. Jones, because he tells you the correct dosage. And I got to end it here because you know, I could talk for hours about this, but if any of you want to contact me, I'll leave my email address. Email me, I'll call you. Throw your phone number at me, I'll give you a buzz. And let's help each other, huh? Because I went, 35 years with nobody talking to me about it, nobody experiencing it like I do. And let's get together. Let's find each other. Let's throw each other our phone numbers. Let's talk, you know. And let's get you handled to where you're a human being, where you feel like you're semi-human, you know. And then as I do more videos, I'm going to talk to you about disability insurance, Social Security disability, how to go about that. But get on the right medication first. Let's get you on the right medication. And know that you have GAD, and you know the symptoms. You know whether you've got it or not. You know, general anxiety disorder. You know whether you're one of those 2.2% that never get over it. So if you fall in that category, stick with me. Call me. Email me. Throw me your phone number. I'll call you. I promise you. And just a little bit about me. I'm disabled. I have no income except some disability income from a private company who I won't mention because I had to darn near sue them to get it. And I ought to mention them, but I won't. So I got a little bit of income, little teeny bit of income there because the attorney takes 40% of my monthly benefit. Well, I didn't have any money to pay up front, so anyway, long story cut short. But I'm going for SSI. That's a process that will scare the hell out of you, and you need to talk to me about that, and I'll talk to you further about it in my videos. But realize, if you are one of those 2.2%, throw me an email, throw me your phone number, let me call you, let me chat with you, and let me make one statement here. I'm not a medical provider. I hold no medical license in the state of Utah, where I'm from, Salt Lake City, Utah. And as you can see, the mountains in the back of me, I can open my front window and spit out there and hit the Rocky Mountains. And I have no license, medical knowledge as far as schooling, and I don't attempt to be any medical practitioner at all. Zero, zip. So the advice I'm giving you is worth 2 cents. It's just my personal experience. That's all it is. So do that, please. Do what I've suggested. Get on the website. Get on Ask Dr. Jones. Read his website, and throw me your name. Throw me your phone number. Let me call you. Let me walk you through this. Let me get you to where you're a semi-human being, where you feel like, hey, I'm normal, man. I'm one of them. I'm one of the other people. You know, nobody's normal, but whatever. So anyway, sayonara. Give peace a chance. And got to get you into my life. So do it. We got to get each other into our lives. Hang in there. Don't give up. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So see ya. Adios. How do you turn this thing off?